Hello, welcome to today's class. Our topic today is looking ahead with Minecraft. In today's class, you will get the chance to practice ideas that you've learned up to this point, as well as getting a sneak peek at conditionals. Looking ahead with Minecraft is a plugged activity on the Code Studio. This set of puzzles will work to solidify and build on the knowledge of loops and introduce conditionals. Do you know what conditionals are? Stick to this lesson. First, what is Minecraft? I believe you've heard of Minecraft before. Minecraft is a game. Yes, Minecraft is a game of cubes. Everything in this game is made up of cubes. The trees, the houses, all of these are made up of cubes. And in Minecraft game, you get to play as Alex or Steve. These are the characters in the set of puzzles. Alex or Steve. When programming, we give a character instructions. But how would you program a robot to respond to a wall or a chair? You cannot simply say, step over chair, unless you know there's a chair. And you will not always know there is a chair. So it might be helpful to translate the task into instructions like, while there's a path ahead, walk forward. If there is a chair, step over it, sit down. This is a more precise instruction to give to your character to respond to a wall or a chair. So this brings us to the vocabulary of today's class, which is condition. Do you know what condition is? Listen carefully. Condition is a statement that a program checks to see if it is true or false before allowing an action. Can you say that with me? Condition is something a program checks to see if it is true before allowing an action. So condition are statements that a program checks to see if it is true or false. If true, an action is taken. Otherwise, the action is ignored. The second term we are to look at in today's class is conditionals. Conditionals are statements that only run under certain conditions. Conditionals are statements that only run under certain conditions. We use condition every day in our lives, not only in computer science. So listen carefully to an overview of the lesson to help you understand more.
Think about a day at school or at home. You probably have some rules to follow, right? When you're at school, you likely have a set of classroom rules, like where you can put your belongings, how to line up to go to lunch, or when you can leave the classroom. At home, maybe it's a rule that you have to take your shoes off when you come inside, or you're only allowed to use electronics at a certain time. Computers follow rules too. A computer program runs based on rules written in code by a programmer. It will follow the rules or instructions in the program exactly as they are written. A conditional statement is an if-then statement that allows the computer program to change its path and do something different. If something is true, then something else will happen. Using a condition in your code tells the computer to make an exception to a rule. So a good example of this is a password. As a rule, a computer will not let you log in without the correct password. It's designed this way for security. But an exception to this rule can be made. If you enter the correct password, then you can enter. Conditions like this are all around you. Let's say a rule in your house is that on a school day, you can only use electronics for a certain amount of time. But what if your school building is closed and you have to do class online? Then an exception to this rule must be made. If school is online, then you can spend more time on electronics.
Now, let's head over to the Code Studio and complete our puzzles. Yay! So, this is looking ahead with Minecraft. So, we're going to start with puzzle 1. So, I'll click on my puzzle. Remember, Minecraft is a game of cubes. And before you start, you have to choose your character. Puzzle 1, there's a video. It's not so much fun watching a video inside a video, so I'm going to skip this, but you can go ahead. Now you have to first choose your character. I'm going to choose Alex for my puzzle. So Alex is going to stay with me throughout these puzzles. Okay, puzzle 1 says, add a second move forward block to reach the ship. Each run to try your program. Okay, now this requires us to just add a second move forward block to reach the ship. So I will drag my move forward block from the toolbox area and attach it to the other one at the workspace area. And after that, I'm going to hit the run button and watch my program go. Ta-da! Alex has gotten to the ship. Puzzle 2 says, wood is a very important resource. Many things are made from it. Walk to the tree and use the destroy block command to chop it down. Now remember, if you are to start programming, the first thing to do is always read the instructions, because the instructions are there to guide you, and every puzzle has a different instruction. So read the instruction and then you can program. Alright, this says add the destroy block command to chop it down. So the destroy block will help us to chop down the trees in this puzzle. Can you see where Alex is standing? Alex is far from the tree, right? So Alex needs to move to get to the tree. And then Alex needs to what? Move to get to the tree. So I'm making use of 2 move forward block, and then I'm going to add my destroy block. Puzzle 3 says, sheep sharing time. Use the share command to gather wool from both sheep. So the share command is used to gather wool from the sheep. So I'm going to get my move forward block. My move forward block again to get to the first sheep, and then I'm going to share. Now let's see how this goes. Okay, 1 sheep down, so I need to get to the other. So I'm going to turn. So what direction do you think Alex is going to turn? Okay, let's keep programming. Let's see how our program go. Okay, Alex needs to turn to the right direction, so you can change this to what? To the right. Now let's watch our program go. Ta-da! So now I'm going to skip all the way to puzzle 11. Remember, in this lesson, we are discussing something called condition. Do you still remember what condition is? Condition is something a program checks to see if it is true before allowing an action. So I'm going to skip over now to puzzle 11. So this is puzzle 11. It has a video inside, so you can go ahead and watch the video. Okay, so now we have blocks here. But first, the instruction says lava is hiding beneath some of these blocks, which you need to cover up before moving forward. And if command will come in handy here. Add a move forward command in the correct place to mine these blocks. Now remember, this is a conditional statement. We have an if command here. So if there's lava ahead, then Alex will have to place a copper stone ahead. Ta-da! You see? So this brings us to the end of today's class. I'll see you in my next class. Bye!